YouTube, what is going on? Theo Bean here, and today we are going to be talking about Wuthering Waves. So this is going to be essentially my first impression slash review of the game after approximately 50 hours. I've been playing the game a ton since it came out, which was a week ago, Wednesday last week around 7 p.m. Pacific. And overall, first impressions of the game, it is in fact very good. I'm very thoroughly enjoying it. Very much enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun, but we're going to be going through the different essentially aspects of the game, right, breaking it down and my overall thoughts on the game. So first thing I want to talk about, of course, is the story. The story starts off pretty slow. It's probably the weakest point of the game, I'd say, right now, even though I will say at the start it is very slow and it's very meh. But once you kind of meet Scar, the story does start to escalate from there, and the very end is actually quite good, even though it is very much open-ended. They kind of give us a little bit of a cliffhanger, which I'm not sure if we're going to be waiting till the second half of patch 1.0, or if we're going to be waiting till patch 1.1 for an update on the story and continuing it. But overall, starts slow, gets better with time after Scar appears, and it just kind of goes up from there. I did end up enjoying it, even though it was a bit sluggish and meh at the start. It was pretty mid. Next, let's talk about the combat. So the combat's probably the best part of this game. Having the various different aspects of the game. When it comes to combat, you have multiple skills. You have your TD ability, which gives you buffs as well, which is one thing that I do like is coming here. So whatever tacit discord you have equipped as your main one. So for this one, increases your current character's electro damage and resonance liberation damage, which is like your ult. And it's different, right? So what's nice is, say for this one, the Tempest Memphis rather than the Thundering, this one gives electro damage for current character and increases heavy attack damage. So there's going to be some build modifications in regards to different characters, their kits, what everybody does best with, blah 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 blah. I have been enjoying that, as well as with the skill, the mobility, dashes, parrying, the ults, the various characters. Even with a 3-character party at a time, I am enjoying it. I will say, in regards to combat, probably the weakest aspect of it is the fact that there's only so many characters total in the game. I think coming here, where can I see gallery? No, this isn't even going to show it. All the characters in the game, there's really not that many as of right now. So I have 2 5-stars. You have your main character, which is also considered a 5-star, free character, and you get these 2 just from playing. Sorry, another free character is this one, and this one. So you get 3 free characters. You get these 2 just by playing, and I pulled for Tauchi as well as Mortefi just by pullings from I've gotten from the game through the gacha system, which I'll talk about here in a minute as well. Overall combat's good, high skill ceiling. The harder stuff I've gotten into, even though we're not in real end game yet, stuff hits pretty hard. So making sure you have good echoes and things like that equipped, making sure your characters are fully maxed out does make a difference. Next, let's talk about exploration. I've thoroughly enjoyed the exploration in this game, as you'll see from the different areas. I've explored pretty huge chunks of most of these areas as well. 79, 65, pretty much almost everything is 50% or higher, minus where was it? Tiger Small. Here's the area that needs to get explored the most. It's a lot of fun. The puzzles are very similar to something like that of Genshin. A lot of them are essentially the same thing. There's some new things as well, some mini games where you get to control essentially the TDs and go through like a course, whether one is like the fish on water or this little fly flying through little hoops to get coins, to get as high a score as you can within the time limit. There's all sorts of things to do. What's nice too is, with so much stuff to explore in the open world, They give you a lot of utilities like this loot mapper, which shows you any chests in this vicinity that you might not have collected. So you're not just aimlessly running around trying to find stuff that you have not discovered yet. There's little tools like that as well. One thing as well that I have not used, where is it? I believe it is one of these. These will show you the waypoints, things like that you might not have discovered. They give you tools to find stuff that you essentially haven't found yet, which is really nice. Here's the thing I was looking for. So the caskets, which is kind of similar to the I don't remember what they're called, but the things in Genshin that you would submit to the statues as you explore new regions. It's the equivalent of those. They do have these here as well, which is really nice that you can actually just use these. I'm not even sure how to activate this yet because I have most of them. I think I only have 9 left in the world that I have not got. So there's that. Exploration is fun. The world is huge. The world is actually very pretty, as you can see here. I'm actually going to fast travel here to give you a better view of the area that I'm at right now as well. So look at this tree with the stars and everything, or blooms, whatever this is. It's gorgeous, and there's all sorts of different scenery and stuff like this around the world as you'll explore too. It is quite fantastic. It is a lot of fun. Same thing with this area over there. You'll see a giant glowing tree over there, and this is just literally, that's the violet banyan. There's the giant banyan tree, and this is literally just part of the dim forest. This is this part of the map. This isn't even showing any of this, and the world opens up more as you get quests to explore it and open it up more also, so it is pretty cool. It's built in. I've essentially done everything I can regarding quests, so those are not available since I've just been playing so much. In regards to the systems and mechanics of the game, I would say that I do like how everything is. Honestly, in regards to how mechanics and resources work, it's pretty much copy and pasted just like any other type of gacha game, or like say something compared to Genshin or Honkai Star Rail. A lot of the resources are exactly the same. You have your energy resource, you have your pulls, which are actually here, your premium pulls. You get your residue that you get from your pulls. There's a specific thing for weapon banner pulls as well, which is nice. I'm actually going to pull that up here right now. You have your standard banner, which is a lustrous tide. You have your premium banner, which is radiant titan and saving mine. And then you have your limited weapon banner material as well as just your basic weapon banner, so which is really nice. These rotate as well, or sorry, these will rotate. These will be constant. These won't change for that. In regards to characters, the equivalent of like your relics again are these discords, which you get from defeating enemies around the world. These are pretty straightforward. They work fine. They're cool. As you kill stuff, you collect them. They are called echoes, and with that you get your data bank, and as you progress you go from early on in the game 2 stars and 3 stars, and then you unlock 3 stars and 4 stars, and then finally 5 stars, which is the highest rarity that you're going to want to get the best stuff that you can find in the game. So ultimately things are pretty straightforward. It's easy to understand, and I've been enjoying it a lot. Last thing I want to talk about, or one of the last things I want to talk about, is the gacha system. So this is probably one of the most generous games I've ever played in regards to what it's been offering. So just by playing here and getting your union level, which is like your adventure rank up, I've already gotten 25 standard banner pulls. When I hit 2 more, I'm going to get 15 more. And then when I get 12 more, I'm going to get a free 5-star weapon. The first login event, which was here, you got 4 pulls for standard, 4 premium banner, and a free 4-star character, like I mentioned, that they just give you. and as well as just through going through playing, you get different things like this as well. For doing the other event, which is the Tower of Diversity, you get a free character as well. You get Yuan Wu. I have yet to build him, but he actually seems pretty fun. Not to mention this as well. So because of performance issues when the game first came out, they actually gave us a free 5-star selector. So when this came out, I came back on right as this thing was released. You essentially redeem it, and the way it worked was a new banner would pull up. You literally select which character you wanted. You would hit confirm, then you'd click the button, and then voila, you got a free 5-star. Not to mention, when you first start out, you do 40 pulls instead of 50. It's discounted. You get a random 5-star, and then you unlock this banner here, which lets you pick from any of these characters that you want. And this in fact confirms that you will get this character when you hit them on the banner. So I only need 20 more to unlock Farina. With my free 5-star, I ended up going with Calcharo. First character I got out of my first 40 pulls was Yan Jianyan. So that's essentially how it's been going so far. And then eventually I'll get a free 5-star weapon. And what's nice about these weapon banners as well is the fact that you're guaranteed to also get the weapon of your picking as well. So there is no 50-50 when it comes to weapon banners. The only thing that is 50-50 are your characters in standard banner. So that's the only thing you really have to worry about. The game's been quite generous. They've given out a ton of stuff for performance issues when the game first came out. I honestly have not had any performance issues at all. The game has crashed once or twice, but that was because I was not overclocking my CPU. If I do that, I don't have any issues. So that's just kind of my computer. That goes with any game that I really play, just because my CPU is probably the weakest part. But as you'll see here, so here's 20 premium banner pulls that they got in the mail. Here's another 20 right there for standard banner pulls. Asterite, which is our summoning resource as well. They've been giving out a ton of that. It's been absolutely insane how much stuff that they've given to us for free. And it's been great because I really haven't any issues. And then another 20 standard right there. So they've given us so much stuff. I've been trying to save as much of it as I can for when this current banner ends. I'm going to be pulling for the next character here after Jian, as going to be Yinlin, who I'm planning on going for. So that won't be for 2 more weeks though. But overall, I have been thoroughly enjoying the game. I think it is quite solid. The only thing right with the gacha game is it is a live service game, and there's only so much stuff to do, especially at the beginning. My recommendation for anybody who might be picking this up is just take your time, pace yourself. There is no rush, because otherwise you'll end up like me, and you're essentially just min-maxing stuff, trying to just get the best stuff that you can, because there's only so much stuff that you can do currently. Like me, I just farmed this piece today. Pretty decent, not the best, but definitely not the worst. It's actually pretty good. I think the only thing instead of this, if I got crit rate, probably would have been pretty much perfect. So, but that is going to be it, guys. Overall, if I had to give it a score, I'd say it's probably a solid 9. It's a good game. Music as well is good. That's actually one thing I didn't touch on. So let me talk about that first. Is the music? I think that's been a more debatable topic too. Is I've actually liked the music. It is a little bit different though. The best way I would describe the music is it's like perfect background music. It's not really memorable. It's not going to get stuck in your head, but each song and music that plays in the background really does kind of fit the theme of as you're exploring. It feels nice. I honestly like having the background music on compared to something like Honkai Star Rail. After hearing certain stuff so many times, I'm just tired of it and I turn it off. Meanwhile, as opposed to here, I've had the music going the entire time because it's just nice to listen to it. I don't feel like it doesn't get old because it's not lyrics, or it's not as heavy, I guess is the best way to describe it. So if that makes sense, then great. If not, then I don't know. But overall, I think the game's a solid 9. I think I will be playing this indefinitely. going forward. I'm pretty sure that I'm just going to be playing this as well as Honkai Star Rail as live service games going forward. I'm pretty much done with Genshin. I might come back for the new region that's going to be coming out soon. Not sure about that. Part of me really doesn't care. I might just watch people play it. But overall, I do highly recommend. For a very generous gacha game, there's tons of stuff that you will get for free just by starting now, which I do recommend. Start now so you can redeem all the stuff that is in the game. Get the characters that you want and enjoy what Kuro Games has given us offer, because it's a good quality game. I'm enjoying it. There's a lot to do, and I think people, if you enjoy something like Genshin, you'll definitely enjoy this. If you want something with a harder skill cap, you will definitely enjoy this. So overall, I give it a 9. I think the issues with it is just the fact that it's pretty limited as to what we can do. As much as I am enjoying it, 5-star characters upon release is pretty small. And I'm about to have already 60% of those characters here within the next few days, which is pretty crazy. The fact that there's, as of right now, 6 5-star characters and there's only 4-star characters. We will not be getting any new 4-star characters, not until at least 1.1 or 1.2, as along with new 5-star characters. So that we'll kind of have to wait and see. But that's going to be it, guys. Hope you guys liked it. It's my thoughts. That's going to be it. If you guys like the content, please subscribe, like the video. I'll be coming out with more Wuthering Waves videos as well. I'll be coming out with tips and tricks that kind of helped me and things that you should do to help future-proof your account for the best. That'll be the next video I'll have coming out. But until next time, see you guys. Peace and deuces. See ya.